Hey folks, this is Justin from the Leonidas Knives and Gear channel. Hope this video finds you well. Currently in my area, we're starting to get the outreaches of a tropical storm. So we've had a lot of rainfall here where I've been, and I decided, I was like, hey, this is a great time while the rain has kind of subsided slightly. Now it is soaking wet out here. All this wood in front of me, the stump and the log here is definitely soaking wet. So I thought I would take advantage of this and just do a little bit of what I will call wet weather knife testing, knife chopping. I've got two really awesome fixed blade knives here, both by HalfBreed Blades. Reviews are up for both of these here. On my right, the large survival knife Model 1, and on my left here is the LBK, the large bush knife Model 1. And like I said, I just want to take just a few moments here and just do some wet weather testing. And this is important because if you are in a survival type situation, or even if you're hiking or camping, you never know when the weather can change. You might need to use your knife in some situations, and it's a great way to see how the knife feels in your hand, how it will perform. Also, there's a little bit of a safety risk when you use a bladed implement such as a large fixed blade knives like these. There's definitely some risk of injury, so you definitely want to be very cautious when working with knives under wet conditions. And I've added very bright lanyards to both of these so I don't lose the knife. But once again, yeah, definitely gonna try to be careful. There's risks of cutting yourself is much more great. Like I said, under wet conditions. I'm also not wearing gloves. I wanted to see how these, how well I can handle them, in that situation as well. So I'm just gonna, start some chopping. Here we go. Starting with the large survival knife. All right, so I'm going to take a break from that, and overall really well impressed with the LSK. Like I said, everything out here is soaked. The knife, it's a little bit wet, still handles mostly dry. I found it stayed dry while I was working with it, and it still had a pretty decent grip on it. And this log is kind of long, so I'm just going to move it over and going to work with the LBK. All right, definitely got a wet palm on that one, so tighten up the lanyard. Here we go.
All right.
All right, just a quick rundown here. Obviously, the LSK in my right hand has got obviously more of a slim profile. The LBK here is definitely more of a wide, beefy blade, so a little bit better of a chopper. One thing I did notice while chopping was the weight of the large bush knife was kind of getting away from me a little bit more than the survival knife in this weather. So that was interesting to see. So I almost felt a little safer with the survival knife in these type of conditions. And I don't know if you noticed either, while I was chopping, I was doing my best to try to position my body, safely, in a safe direction away from the knife's edge and whatnot. But it's kind of difficult. This log's not the easiest to work with, but I think you all get the gist of the video that, once again, if you're going to work with knives in wet conditions, just be careful. Try to get a lanyard on there. Don't lose the knife. Keep your body out of harm's way. But anyway, yeah, just a fun, great test with two very rock solid, useful knives for, like I said, hiking, camping. If it turns into a survival knife, I think you're in pretty good shape. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. So have a good one.